X-Men.
Omega level threat detected.
So, a black Captain America, huh?
Damn right. We built this country. Bled for it. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I can't fight for it. Not after what everybody before me went through.
What's up? What's up? What's up? I can't get the intro right. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing out there? Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. It's your boy Bavery with Just My Opinion Reviews, coming to you live. As you're coming on into the room, let me know how I'm looking. Let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know if I am crisp. Please, please, please. Let me know if I am clear. I would really, really appreciate it. Sorry about earlier. I went live a few moments ago and had some technical difficulties, but I was able to work it out. That's why I'm here now. The music just wasn't playing, and I had tested it like an hour before, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? But as you're coming on into the room, like I said, let me know if I'm sounding crisp and clear. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know where you're coming from, where you're watching. Get your drink, get your libations, your snacks, all that good stuff. have a pretty exciting show today. I'm coming to you live right now on YouTube, Twitch, not Twitch, but YouTube, Instagram, and Kick. And so, yeah, if you're also interested in what I will be discussing today, let me know. All that is in the description box of this video. Don't have any links, but if that's something that you would like in the future, please let me know. See that we got a few people watching right now on Instagram. Also, 13 people watching live across the few platforms. Normally don't ever go live on a Sunday night. Not a Sunday night, but a Saturday night. But I wanted to today. My father's son says people can't be happy for her. I replied, I am happy for her. And we're going to be talking about that because also, I made a video about the storm casting as well. And you notice the thumbnail, guys, I'm smiling in the thumbnail. So that should imply that I'm happy, that I'm thrilled. But we're going to talk about it. But thank you for the comment, my father's son. So I'm confused, man. What is going on over here? Let me see if I got my things memorized. I don't think I do. Bruh. Oh, yeah, bruh. The hell is going on here? Bavery don't do no live stream. What do you mean? Are you saying I don't do live streams or you don't want me to? Am I not understanding being a slow person? Let me know. I don't know why it's not letting me show your emoji, but it says person turquoise waving speech. Hello, how you doing? What is going on, Miss Dina Jackson? How are you doing, ma'am? Thank you very much, loyal fan of the show. Thank you for letting me know the sound is great. Chill Spot, it has been a while. How you doing? Hello, happy Saturday. All right. Something hanging from your beard. Really? Is there something hanging from my beard? Because that's embarrassing. Let me look. I went to the... I don't see anything hanging from my beard. Are you trolling me right now? I don't see anything, but maybe you're just giving me a hard time. Yes, come on, bro. Happy to see you back. So I'm happy to be back as well. But like I said, guys, everything that we will be discussing will be in the description box of this video. And I haven't played this video in a while. Let's go ahead and do this and get started. I'm Batman. I am Iron Man. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Thank y'all for tuning in. And let's go ahead and move on to this first topic of the day. Now, Lanterns did premiere last Sunday on HBO Max. What was that? The exact date? That was the 16th. I'm sorry, I drew a blank. And it was fantastic. I really loved it. I didn't know what to expect initially because they had two trailers. I liked the first trailer, but the second trailer, it didn't seem like it had that much energy, that much color. Seemed very bland show, very dark. But I don't mean that in a good, like as far as the plot of the story and the characters and their motivations. I meant as far as the color, the palette. But I did a reaction to it, and I also had a conversation with Lamont about it as well. And you guys can go check that out on my channel. But I honestly thoroughly did enjoy the show. I plan on recapping it the best that I can when each episode comes out each Sunday. So you guys try to make sure that you stay tuned in for that. But we have this article right here from Variety talking about the numbers. Lanterns premiere pulls in 9.3 million views in the first 3 days on HBO Max. And that is incredible, guys. Going down here, Lanterns haters are going to be green with envy. The series premieres of the DC Studios shows has racked up 9.3 million views in the first few days. That represents the biggest premiere for a DC Studios show on HBO Max to date, and one of the top 5 premieres on the platform overall. Top 5 overall. And the biggest premiere of a DC show. Now, the first one, clap, that's the wrong button. Yeah, be happy with that. Let me see if I can find another one. Nope, I can't get there we go. That's a little bit better. So, be happy about that. But one of the top 5 premieres on the platform overall, that's crazy. Per HBO, the show pulled in 6.6 million viewers in the U.S. alone over that 3-day time frame. Penguin did 10.4 million in 11 days, and It Welcome to Derry did 5.7 in the first 3 days. So It Welcome to Derry did 5.7 in the first 3 days. This did nearly double that. So that's just bonkers, guys. Freaking bonkers. It just talks about what the show is about. If you are not familiar, based on DC's Green Lantern comic books, it stars Aaron Pierre, Kyle Chandler, and all of these people that you see right here. Even if you are not a fan of comic book superhero material, I think you'll be a fan of this show. I think you will like the cast. I think you'll like the setting. It is grounded in reality. It's not a bunch of CGI green stuff if that's what you are worried about. But this is great. This is great. I'm enjoying the show. You guys should check it out if you have not already, because if you don't watch it, you're missing out. You are missing out. So again, also, I have my own recap review of the show on my channel. If you guys want to go check it out. And also me and Lamont did have a conversation about it as well. And it was thoroughly entertaining. We had a lot of laughter in that recap. Man, Lanterns was trash. No. Bruh. What are you talking about? Yes, John on that granny. That was crazy. And what is going on, Lawrence? How you doing? Lanterns, I saw it. This was True Detective meets Men in Black, set in Middle America. That is a great description. I was bored because it was supposed to be a space opera. Oh, so you didn't like it. You were bored. That is unfortunate. Are you going to check out the next episode, or are you clocking out? That boy John don't waste no time. No, he doesn't. If you're talking about the granny scene. So, yeah. Okay, I ain't the only one who saw it. Yeah. But, yeah, guys. Okay, so y'all are... okay, so I appreciate that. Y'all let me know your thoughts on Lanterns in the comments, whether you're watching this via live or the replay. Okay, so you see my finger? Do I need to go to the right or do I need to go to the left? I'm just going to do I'm going to be right back since y'all say something is on my face. So give me a second here. Okay, I think was it like right here? If so, let me know. I think I got it. Please advise me. If not, if you have me get up and waste my time, I'm gonna block you. But you said it was a 2 out of 10. Is it still on my face? Can we front row couch? So is it still there? Is it gone? Let me know. It look like a mole. Well, I don't, man. Is it gone? Oh, shit. I mean, okay, it's gone. All right, I got it. Thank you so much. I apologize. A little embarrassing, but hey, nobody's perfect. Life goes on. But let's move on to this next topic. Now, this has to deal with DC too. And I can't necessarily say that I'm excited about it. But the character, he's interesting to a degree. You know, we're talking about Gorilla Grodd here. You know, this is what he looks like, a super intelligent robot. This is coming from Variety too. DC's People versus Gorilla Grodd mockumentary series set at HBO Max. Skylar Gisondo and Jimmy Tatro to star. Now, I don't know who those people are, but here they are right here on IMDb. Here's what Skylar looks like, and here's what Jimmy Tatro looks like. But let's go ahead and get into this right here. It talks about the showrunners. HBO Max is officially moving forward with their DC Studios mockumentary series. The show was first reported last year in November. Also reported at the time, Skylar Gisondo will reprise his role of Jimmy Olsen, who first played in the 2005 Superman movie. I don't even remember him playing. This was Jimmy Olsen. That's how little I remember from the Superman movie, or how much his character did or did not stand out. Okay, so am I tripping? I thought it just said that he was in the Superman movie. Did I misread that? Skylar. I was on the wrong guy. Okay, Skylar for Superman. Okay, there we go. Right there. Okay, Jimmy Olsen. All right. They gave it an 8-episode order. The log line: a super intelligent ape, Tatro. Oh, he's playing the ape. Okay. So this guy's playing Jimmy Olsen, and this guy is playing the ape, Gorilla Grodd. Is convinced of murdering. The log line for the show states a super intelligent ape, Tatro, is convinced of murdering his father, the king of Gorilla City. In an 8-part true crime docuseries, the Daily Planet's Jimmy Olsen Gisondo reopens the case, investigating whether Gorilla Grodd was wrongfully convicted in one of Metropolis' most famous murder trials. Now, off top, that seems interesting to somebody like me, or somebody like you, somebody that's actually watching this live show about superhero comic book material. But is the average moviegoer caring about Gorilla Grodd? I mean, I don't know. The average moviegoer did care about Guardians of the Galaxy. But when DC has more interesting and compelling and popular characters, I don't know why you're not spending your time and energy on that. But you're spending it on Gorilla Grodd. Again, I don't have a problem with seeing this, but at the same time, still, there's other things that I would want to see before this. So it's just weird. But I mean, all this is being announced before Wonder Woman and Batman, you know? But anyway, alongside with Gisondo and Tatro, the series will also star Superman actors Beck Bennett as Steve Lombard, Michaela Hoover as Kat Grant, and Wendell Pierce as Perry White. We all know him. These people will serve as the writers. We're excited by the challenge of creating a series that feels less like an entry into the DCU and more like an artifact from it. Okay. Yacinda and Pearl said a Daily Planet original documentary. Okay, so again, this is a documentary, not, or the form made for the people of Metropolis. We hope it'll appeal to fans of the comics. You hope? What kind of energy is this? You should be saying, we know. We got a script, we got some characters, and we know it's going to blow y'all out of the water. We hope it'll appeal to fans of the comics, comedy, and true crime. And while we can't speak for audiences here yet, we already know it's a huge hit in Metropolis. They love the series. Am I tripping? They're no stranger to the to the world of mockumentaries. The duo famously created the critically acclaimed American Vandal, which I did not watch. Did y'all watch that? They also went on to create Paramount Plus mockumentary Players, which was set in the world of esports. We are thrilled to be working with Tony and Dan alongside James, Peter, and the entire DC team and our colleagues at WBTV to bring these iconic DC characters to HBO Max in a new and unexpected way, said Amy Gravatt, who is the executive vice president of HBO programming. I don't know about this, guys. Gunn and Safran added, between Skylar's wonderful performance and the fantastic chemistry of the Daily Planet cast, We knew coming out of Superman that this would be a fun world to explore. We're excited to work with the brilliant Dan why can I say that? Perrault and Tony Yasunda to take the chance to Tony Yasunda to take the audience down some of the darker, funnier streets and alleyways of the DCU as Jimmy spotlights the Metropolis criminal justice system of his docuseries. Guys, are y'all excited about this? Do you want to see it? It could be fascinating. It could be incredible. But again, there are other things that I would want to see more than this. So I'm just not, I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. They taking building your floor to heart, but far be going crazy in the animated joint. So as long as they turn him into King Kong type situation, I'm here for it. But I'm not pressed to watch it. I hear you 100%. I do. Legion of Doom would be nice. This is correct. That would be a lovely story with Vandal Savage. Jimmy Olsen will be mid. I'm sorry, you could have gave us Martian Manhunter show instead. Yeah, I would have much more. I'd rather have seen Martian Manhunter. But I'm not too enthused about this. You know, I'm just not excited. Like, man, I can't wait. You know, you guys don't seem too enthused about it either. But that's what they're trying to do over at DC right now. So you guys let me know your thoughts on this. Whether you're watching this via live or on the replay. And Gorilla Grodd, you know, super smart ape, murdering fathers and stuff like that. So, yeah, you guys let me know again your thoughts, whether you're watching this via live or in the replay. All right, but now we're going to switch gears over to Marvel.
Canvas.
Previously on X-Men.
Marvel posts official list of MCU titles to see before Avengers Doomsday. Talks about now Spider-Man Brand New Day crossed 2 billion. And the next film to hit theaters in the MCU is Avengers Doomsday. It's going down. And ahead of Avengers Doomsday, Disney has released a list of 15 MCU titles to watch to prepare for the Avengers Doomsday. This list includes 4 films from the Infinity Saga, 1 Disney Plus series, and 8 Multiverse Saga movies, and 2 titles from before the MCU even began. The list includes X-Men 2000, makes sense, X-Men 2, United. They did not say X3. Captain America First Avenger, but they did not say Winter Soldier or Secret Wars. Even though those are the better films in the Captain America trilogy, I don't think it's necessary for Doomsday either. Of course, we have Avengers, all 3 of them, but we don't have Infinity War. Not Infinity War. We don't have Age of Ultron, which is interesting because, you know, Ultron is back. If you saw the trailer for Vision Quest that they released at D23 last week. Endgame, of course, Loki, seasons 1 and 2, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Deadpool and Wolverine, Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four First Steps. I will be rewatching all of these before Doomsday. And you guys let me know in the comments, guys, would you be interested if I did some type of watch along for all of these films? I have done that before as a guest on somebody else's channel. It was Elliot with Movie Files. I think it was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I think it was me, him on his channel, and Chris with Takes Take. And that was kind of fun. I've never done anything like that before, but if you guys are interested and, you want to be a part of that, let me know. Now, what is interesting is, let me bring this down real quick so I can surprise you guys. What's interesting are the films that are not on this list. And let me bring that back up. We got the Marvels. And the reason why that's interesting to me is if you saw, was it the Marvels movie? Yeah, the end of this movie. Monica Rambeau, she ended up in a separate universe. She ended up in the universe with the X-Men with Beast and her mom, Photon, if that's her name. I can't remember. And with the X-Men being in Doomsday in the trailer, you would think that she would be in the film as well, but maybe she will be in the film, but maybe it's just not necessary to watch this. I don't, because it wasn't that great. It wasn't horrible either. They don't have the Eternals. They don't have Miss Marvel, the TV show. They don't have Thor: Love and Thunder or Secret Invasion. Thank goodness, because Secret Invasion was mega trash, But they have all of these films right here. Will you guys be rewatching these? Think Marvel is hoping that we forget all those movies? You're probably right. And so, I will be rewatching all these. I'm excited for Doomsday. It is going down. My goodness gracious. But you guys let me know. Will you be rewatching all these movies? Let me know. All right. Now, let's talk about Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Brand New Day is doing crazy at the box office. As y'all know, as y'all have heard, it has grossed over $2 billion worldwide. Okay. Here it is right here on Box Office Mojo. $2.61 billion. Okay. How much will it make? Will it reach $3 billion? I don't know. I was talking to Chat GPT as well. It's going to pass, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. But Star Wars: The Force Awakens has a domestic box office of $936 million. Avengers Endgame has a domestic box office of $858 million. Spider-Man is at $825. So that is like less than $30 million or $40 million if I did the math correctly. And it's only $115 million or so away from Star Wars: The Force Awakens domestically. That is freaking incredible. The film deserves it. It's great. And because of that, Spider-Man's Tom Holland's salary for Brand New Day is absolutely massive. This may be the biggest salary ever. Tom Holland is in line for a massive payday for Spider-Man Brand New Day. The reported payday will make the British star one of the Hollywood's highest paying actors for a single movie. According to the latest update, The Wrap, Holland could earn more than $100 million for his fourth solo Spider-Man film. The report claims that at least 3 sources confirmed that Marvel Cinematic star received a $20 million base salary for the movie. That makes sense. I mean, if the film that you made prior to this made $1.9 billion, we're talking about in 2021 with Spider-Man No Way Home, where Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield came through as well. It was a great movie. Really did enjoy that. But yeah, if you have this movie right here, 2021 making all this money, and you're the titular character, you can negotiate a $20 million paycheck. Makes sense to me. Not gonna hate on you. But then you do that back end deal, so where you get like another $80 million on top of that. I ain't mad at that. Smart. Previously, Holland reportedly earned $500,000 for his first solo film. for Homecoming. Thereafter, the British actor took home a check of $4 million and $10 million from Far Way Home and No Way Home. That's what's up. Now, this $500,000, this is consistent with what Robert Downey Jr. got, Chris Evans got, and Chris Evans, Captain America, Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, and Chris Hemsworth, Thor. They all got between $200,000, $350,000, or $500,000 for their first solo stuff too. So it's consistent, and if it's successful, hey, $4 million, $10 million, and now $20 million. So as Brand New Day's worldwide box office crossed $2 billion, his back-end bonus could push his total compensation over $100 million. Additionally, the report also states that Holland's back-end bonuses are uncapped. As a result, his final day payday is difficult to predict. Yeah. So I don't know. What are they, if they do a Spider-Man 5, which they're going to do you think they're going to be like, all right, we ain't doing no back-end deal no more. We'll give you $60 million up top, or how about we give you $70 or $80 million up top and then we redo the bonus? I don't know how all of that works exactly, but I'm pretty confident that they may be kind of changing some things around, but at the same time, they can afford it unless they're just a bunch of haters. You know what I'm saying? So, he deserves it. So, I think this is kind of cool. So, shout out to Tom Holland for making a big-ass paycheck at the box office. I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you. What is going on, Anakin, not Vader? How you doing? Yep, to Billy. And that's cool if you really didn't like the movie. You don't have to. Brand New Day was great. Far From Home was still my favorite Holland Spider-Man movie, but Brand New Day is a close second. No, Far From Home is one of my favorites, though. I think they cross more T's and dotted more I's, but that's just me. No Way Home, I got you. Plus, what I think helped is a lot of the past Marvel movies have been terribly bad. Gotcha. But yeah, guys, y'all let me know again what y'all think of Tom Holland making a gangbusters at the box office. Now, all right, let's move on to this next topic here. Now, it's kind of weird because Wonder Man was marketed horribly. They released it, they dumped it on Disney Plus. It didn't do well as far as the numbers is concerned, but it did well critically and was announced for a season 2. And then, that was earlier this year. And then they canceled it out of nowhere. Why would they do that? They canceling this, canceling that. And there were reports coming out that Marvel is just not going to be focused on their Disney Plus shows. They're going to be focused on their movies. Their movies are more successful. It made sense. But that's apparently not the case. That we're going to learn. This is coming from TotalFilm.com. Despite rumors it was dialing back TV, Marvel Studios reportedly has several shows in development. There may be more to Marvel's new TV slate than a Vision Quest. Okay, this is interesting. Now, of course, Marvel just had San Diego Comic-Con and D23 with a number of announcements. According to Puck, what I'm hearing, there are multiple live-action Marvel series in development over at Disney Plus, with official announcements arriving soon. Now, we don't know what the projects are, but more may be revealed at New York Comic-Con in 2026, which takes place October the 8th. The Marvel Television and Marvel Animation panel will be taking place there. I am looking forward to that. I am. The only new live-action TV show on the way is WandaVision, spinoff Vision Quest, welcoming back Paul Bettany, and Daredevil Born Again Season 3, X-Men 97 Season 3 and 4, and your favorite friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is also set to hit back. However, Marvel TV has had a bit of a shakeup this year and decided to, cancel Wonder Man. So, what shows, what characters do you think are on the horizon? I don't think they're going to be doing the Eyes of Wakanda again. Even though I did enjoy the show, it wasn't trash. It wasn't just amazing either, but it was good enough. But what characters do you think they're going to focus on for the show? What do you guys think? Okoye had her show canceled. I was really looking forward to seeing it. Are we sure about that? Are we even positive that she had a show that she wanted to cancel, or that it was announced? I don't know. But this is good news. Because I mean, you have Disney Plus. I mean, come on. You have this large universe of all these characters. It would be such a waste if they was not able to take advantage of telling these stories over a Disney Plus platform streaming service. We know there won't be any black characters. Yeah. You're probably right, which sucks, you know. So hopefully that's just not how it goes down at all. How's the audience supposed to trust these projects? We'll see the light of day. LOL. You're right. Now, the only thing is, at least Disney didn't come out and be like, "Hey guys, don't give up on this yet. We got some stuff developing." This is somebody else. You know, this is a rumor. You know, Kevin Feige didn't come out and be like, "We working on some stuff." So, I think Marvel should just shut the hell up and not make any announcements until after Secret Wars comes out. Not Doomsday, but Secret Wars, which is the end of 2027, if they can't even make that release date. I just heard they started filming, which is on time, but at the same time, they got to finish this movie, and I don't. Maybe reshoots are already done, but yeah, they have a year and a half until Secret Wars comes out. So that's a lot of planning and development that they can be doing. We don't know what the reception for Doomsday will be exactly, and we want to respond to that. I mean, still have a concrete plan, but adjustments may have to be made. So don't make any announcements, especially not Blade. I still think we're gonna get a Blade movie, but Kevin Feige, shut your mouth until the script is done or y'all started filming. So yeah. Dana Guerrera went on Corbin and teased the Okoye show a few years ago. I think I remember that. I could be wrong though. Thank you. I say yeah, no announcements. So, guys, there's shows on the horizon. It's a rumor. Do y'all believe the rumor, or do y'all think it's a piece of crap? Think it's just clickbait? Y'all let me know down in the good old comment section below. Now, I am kind of looking forward to this. I love countdowns. I can't wait for Doomsday to get here. And so this may be able to hold me over. This is from IGN. Ms. Marvel star returns to MCU Countdown to Avengers Doomsday official podcast. Ms. Marvel star Iman Vellani may not have been announced for Avengers Doomsday, but she'll host a new podcast counting down to its release. Countdown to Avengers Doomsday official podcast will debut its first episode next week on October 27th, hosted by Vellani and podcaster Frank Alvarez. Slated to last 5 episodes, the series will be released via Disney Plus, but also on Marvel's YouTube channel, and the audio only across all usual podcast sources. How much we'll learn about Doomsday itself and the podcast will remain to be seen, as the series will instead recap and discuss key moments from the MCU to date. The show's 5th and final episode will cover Avengers Endgame and handily coincide with the theatrical launch for Avengers Endgame Encore. I am excited about this, and Iman Vellani, she is a super geek. This is not just a role for her. She's actually into the material. There was a video of her on the red carpet or somewhere doing some type of interview a while back, and she was like, yeah, this is not the 616 universe. This is Marvel Universe 99999, something like that. And it was just like really cool to see how passionate she was about the material and the lore. So just as a geek, as a nerd, this is something that I am definitely into. Not just because of the material and prepping for Doomsday, but because of her. I really do like her. I would love to meet her, shake her hand, take a selfie or something like that. She's cool. Kevin Feige says that my mother trailer is kicking himself. Right. So are you guys interested in checking out the podcast? I will watch another season of Ms. Marvel as well. It was a great show. So are y'all willing to listen to this podcast? I am. Let me know down in the comment section below. Again, whether you're watching this via live or the mother freaking replay. All right, next topic we have right here is in the title of the video, and it is also in the thumbnail. Talking about my boy Yahya, and this is coming from Variety. And what is he talking about? We all know. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II says the optics at Marvel are obvious after Wonder Man and Blade canceled. If I'm Disney, I do not want to be attached to these optics. I don't blame him. Yep, they canceling all the black shows, or are they? Yahya Abdul-Mateen II says the optics at Marvel are obvious after the studio canceled his Emmy-nominated series Wonder Man after one season and failed over multiple years to bring to life the Blade movie it announced starring Mahershala Ali. Marvel canceled Wonder Man in July after previously renewing the series for season 2. The show's first season launched in January on Disney+. I was told it has something to do with viewership numbers, Abdul-Mateen recently told Variety Fair. I wasn't told what those numbers were, but ultimately, for whatever reason it was, I think they decided that it didn't make sense for business. And that's the decision that we live with and we keep marching forward. When Vanity Fair mentioned the online discourse surrounding Marvel's failure with 2 black-led superhero projects, Ali called out Marvel in July for failing to develop his Blade movie. And we all know. I think Abdul responded, I think the optics are obvious. If I'm a big business, if I'm Disney, if I'm Marvel, I don't want to be attached to these optics. It should be our priority to change that narrative and to do what it takes to responsibly change that narrative with quality stories, with quality resources, the actor continued. I felt that our show did have quality story, did have quality resources, did have quality actors and people, and did produce quality results that the viewers responded to positively, that the voters responded to positively. So our show does deserve some study and some real hard information about why a show like this did not continue forward, because it had all the ingredients that one would want in a show. Abdul-Mateen, who picked up an Emmy nomination for his role on Wonder Man, originally reacted to the show's cancellation on Instagram, writing, "That's life, right? Everything will shake out." The show worked, and that's my favorite thing about it. He added at the time, I could see the faces of the YouTube reactors because I watched along with y'all all this time. Shout out to y'all. I can see in the messages I get saying how the show reminded some of you not to give up. And I feel it in the genuine love shared when I bump into some of you during the day. So thinking of all of you today. Abdul-Mateen starred as Wonder Man to Simon Williams, an aspiring actor hiding his superpowers. Ben Kingsley reprised his role as Trevor Slattery after previous MCU outings Wonder Man. Now, I gotta say, mentioning Trevor Slattery right there, they did redeem that character because, man, I was disappointed with how he ended up in Iron Man 3, but they fixed it with that Marvel one-shot. But again, he was still too damn goofy for me and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So him coming back in Wonder Man, I was like, I don't want to see this character no more. God damn, this is annoying. But he did good in Wonder Man. So I'm like, wow, okay, great job there. So this really sucks ass and balls. Excuse my French, but I have to be honest with you. And only way this is justified to me is if, one, they're going to do a movie, which I doubt, or the numbers. Like, this was the worst viewed show ever. And, we lost a lot of money. Then it would make sense why but at the same time, but no. Because if that's the case, why did they announce a season 2 to begin with? Now, only thing I can think of, now also there was an article that says that Destin Daniel Cretton doesn't know why they canceled it either. And he says, knowing Kevin Feige will want to make this show and it's not up to him. and that it could be the higher-ups. Now, Bob Iger is no longer, because it was Bob Iger, then Bob Chapek came and effed everything up. Then Bob Iger came back, but Bob Iger is no longer the CEO. He finna buy the Lakers or something. They got a new CEO now. Who are Kevin Feige's bosses at Disney and or Marvel? So give me a second, y'all. I want to see this. They have the numbers. Honestly, I heard mixed reactions from this TV show. What were those actions exactly? Okay. So Alan Bergman. So yes, and the hierarchy is important because Kevin Feige ultimately works for Disney, not Marvel. Let me bring this over so y'all can, oh, what's going on? That's not what I'm trying to, man, it went all the way. Go to the bottom. Damn. What happened to my, hold on, Lord Jesus. I had a whole conversation. I don't know what the hell just happened to it. Oh, okay. Hold on. Here we go. All right, my bad. All right, let me bring StreamYard back up so I can. Why does it keep going up there? They're getting on my damn nerve. We're talking about Maya Boy next. Okay. The hierarchy is important because Kevin Feige ultimately works for Disney, not Marvel, as a separate company. So here's the current structure. Oh, y'all can't see that, my fault. And let me move that right there. So Alan Bergman, chairman Disney Entertainment Studios, Kevin Feige. Hold on, there's two people missing. Disney explicitly says Alan Bergman oversees the company's film studios. Okay. And as of 2026, Josh D'Amaro is the CEO. Okay, so when was Wonder Man 2? When was Wonder Man Season 2 announced in 2026? Because maybe Bob Iger said yes, and then the new CEO said no. Okay, March 23rd, after the 27th, okay, all right. So it came out in January. They renewed it in March and canceled it in July. Okay, so let's go back here. As of, okay, so when did he become the CEO? Okay, when did become CEO of Disney? Oh, shit. We getting close, aren't we? Oh, let's go back. Okay, so March 23rd, what was it, 5-6 days? What was it, the 18th? Okay, so we're trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together over here. So March 18th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. That was on a. So this man became CEO on the 18th, and then 5 days later they announced season 2. And he was like, "Wait a minute, damn it! I just started. I haven't moved all my stuff in my office yet. You know, y'all should have. You know, so that actually makes sense because this was pretty much. Well, I don't know. But it was pretty much in the can that they were going to renew the show. But then as soon as the new CEO came in, he was like, no, I don't. So simplified, Josh D'Amaro is the CEO. I think there was one more person in between Kevin Feige, Alan Bergman, and I don't know. I could be wrong, but maybe it was a CEO, guys. Maybe he didn't want to do it. I think that's fair. Not fair, but I think those dates are really close. So that kind of makes sense to me. So the renewal may have been a mistake, or maybe Bob Iger approved it days prior to him leaving, right? And then they officially announced it after Josh D'Amaro took over, correct? And Josh was looking at the papers, he was looking at the books, and was like, no, we getting out of here with this. Some was good theme. Some was what they were going to do with his powers. And where are they going with his storyline? That is the question that we all want to know. I'm not sure. Marvel neglects his black characters just the way they treated Mahershala Ali is disgraceful. They wasted his time and used his likeness for that zombie show. Right, I forgot about that. Now, neglects his black characters. Hold on, let's back up now. Now, we did get a Black Panther movie. We got a sequel. Unfortunately, Chadwick Boseman passed away. But everything moving forward with the project is being helmed by Ryan Coogler, a black man. So it seems like he kind of gets to do what he wants. Sam Wilson, Captain America, did get his own show. He did get his own movie. And he is leading the Avengers right now. Now, the Marvels, you can talk about Monica Rambeau, but the brown and white lady wasn't treated the best anyway in that movie with her. So it was all the white lady, the brown lady, the black lady. But that movie didn't make no money either. Now, do you have an argument for Blade? Yes. Do you have an argument for Wonder Man? Yes. What other black? They just cast a Storm. They did F up Don Cheadle, though. They did do him wrong. Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury. They've been treating him right, but Secret Invasion did suck. So I'm not mad at you for feeling the way you feel. You know. Yeah, Kang. Okay, that's 4. Yeah, we talked about Don Cheadle with Armor Wars. So they have an argument. I don't know. YouTubers kind of sounded like they were a little frustrated because they didn't know what direction it was going. Its connection to it. Yeah, I will give you that. I will give you that. So, guys, y'all let me know what y'all think about this right here. Hold on. Yahya, Wonder Man Season 1 worked great as a miniseries, much better than Moon Knight, Ironheart, She-Hulk. All those shows had loose ends. Wonder Man could have just left them flying off into the sunset. Yeah. Good comment. But y'all let me know what y'all think right here, whether you're watching this via live or the replay. All right, guys. We got one more topic left. We are going to talk about this beautiful black goddess right here, Miss Maya Boyd. Now, before we do, though, I did make a video about the casting for Maya Boyd. And again, if you look at the thumbnail right here, I'm smiling. I am smiling. And I put perfect casting, implying that, hey, guys, this casting could be perfect. It could be. But let's look at the title for this video and see what that's all about. It's right here in the middle of the page. Maya Boyd cast as Storm in X-Men 2028. Is she dark enough? Now, apparently, that has upset a number of people in my comment section. People were saying, rage clickbait. Brandon, why are you complaining? The first caption or comment of this live stream today, somebody says, she can't be praised or she can't be happy. Again, guys, if you look at the 4-minute and 25-second video, I stated that I am happy with the casting, that I approve the casting. I said that Maya Boyd looks thrilling. She looks vibrant. I think she would do a good job. I also did say to myself, hey, I would prefer a darker skinned black person. Why is that such a big deal? Why is that offensive? Why is that taboo? Why can't we have the conversation? Why am I not allowed to have a preference? I'm not saying that dark black girls suck or light black skin, I am not saying that dark-skinned black girls suck. I am not saying that light-skinned black girls suck or brown-skinned black girls suck. I just would like to see darker black-skinned women get some representation every once in a while. What is wrong with that? We had Halle Berry as Storm. back in the 2000s, and she did her thing. We had Alexandra Shipp do her thing as Storm, and she did her thing. Two light-skinned, beautiful, talented women. Okay, cool. They did a great job. They did their thing, like I said, the 3 times. But what's wrong with me just saying, hey, you know, how about a dark-skinned black girl get a swing at it? But I don't understand the controversy. I don't understand, you know, especially if you watch my video, I wasn't complaining. I wasn't like, man, this is some BS. We need a dark-skinned black girl. Marvel is effing up. That was not my attitude or energy at all. I just said, hey, I would prefer this, you know, but this is what we got with Maya Boy, and I'm happy. So I just wanted to, you know, make that point. Yeah, we got Maya Boy right here, and I'm happy. But this is from Ebony Magazine. Maya Boyd as Storm is a win for dark-skinned black beauty. Black fans have long wanted a Storm who reflects the rich brown skin, striking white hair, and regal beauty that made Aurora Monroe an icon. With Maya Boyd stepping into the role, Marvel has a chance to give us black beauty the superhero treatment it deserves. Right on. Right on. People are having their conversations. I love the fro. I love the hair. I love the natural look. And that demand was never about disrespecting Halle Berry or Alexandra Shipp. Halle Berry and Alexandra Shipp, both of whom have their own place in Storm's cinematic history. It was about seeing a version of the character that reflected the beautiful generations of black fans associate with Aurora. So I'm not going to go through all of that because I think it's unnecessary. Chocolate, not dark chocolate, you know, I'm not going to split hairs or talk semantics. But dark skin to me is like Lupita Nyong'o, who is, I find, beautiful, you know, and shout out to her. I'm happy that she got some representation in The Odyssey that's kicking butt right now in theaters as well. And guys, I mean, we all know this is obvious. If you disagree with me, just unsubscribe. But the worst treated group of people on the planet is black women. We all know this, and it's a tragedy, a travesty. And who gets treated even worse than that are darker skinned black women. And so I just wanted to see some dark black skin representation. It was just a preference. So I don't understand why it's such a big deal that I have a preference and that I'm offending people, you know, especially when I wasn't complaining at all. Here she is on Instagram. Check out some of her stuff. Y'all give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear this.
Across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. Hear her voice shake my window. Sweet seducing sighs. Get me out into the nighttime. For walls will hold me night. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why?
Yeah, man, the girl can sing. The girl talented. I'm happy, guys. I'm happy with the casting, okay? If it wasn't, I want to make it clear. I am happy with the casting. I am not complaining. I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm happy. I'm thrilled, okay? All I had was a preference. That's it. You know, if somebody comes to you and be like, would you like ketchup or mustard on your hamburger? I would like ketchup. And then all the mustard people get mad. Whoa, what's wrong with mustard? Nothing is wrong with mustard. I just prefer ketchup. Thank you for the mustard. Anyway, I want to look at more of her Instagram.
I know nothing could matter, but I wish something mattered to you. I'll say my prayers. How much better can I show my love for you and say I do?
I mean, and it does help that she's attractive too, you know. So I honestly I couldn't be happier. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, how y'all feeling about the casting? Y'all mad? You pissed off? You angry? You upset? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know down in the comment section below. I like this new storm. Right on. I like it too. I wanted Jamie Lawson. She was great in Sinners and The Batman. She was. I wanted Jamie Lawson too. But I'm happy with this. I am happy with this. She's a gorgeous young lady. Nice complexion. Definitely looks like Storm to me. I feel where you're coming from though. Right on. How is Maya not dark skinned? I think I addressed this. But excuse me, I'm sorry. She's brown skinned to me, but I mean, I don't want to get in labels and we pull up charts and stuff. Not saying that's what you're doing here, Flicks, but you know, sensitive topic. I feel the same, excited for Maya, but needed someone a shade or two darker. Yeah, I'm excited for her too. But if they say, "Hey, Brandon, if it was up to you, I would go this way." All right, let's see here. Colorism is a thing. Yes, it is. It's okay to acknowledge that Hollywood typically favors light-skinned people of color and still uplift light-skinned. Oh yes, 100%. That's 100%. It would have probably been an uproar. What up, Karma? Been a minute, homie. How you doing? Personally, I'm not a fan of colorism among black folks. We got enough ish to deal with. I get what you're saying. Okay, I'm not offended, just differences of opinion. You know what? Let me Google something real quick to make sure I don't sound stupid. Okay. Colorism is the unfair treatment of people with dark skin. It gives better treatment and value to people with light skin. This bias usually happens among people of the same racial or ethnic group, but it can also happen between different groups. The reason why I wanted to look that definition up front row couch is because I wanted to make sure that I was not participating in colorism myself. And if this is the accurate definition, I'm not mistreating anyone or treating anyone unfairly. Is having a preference colorism? Is that wrong? Is that bad? Is that a negative thing? Like when it comes to black people, should we just always be like, thank you, I'm happy? Are we never allowed to give a preference or critique or anything? I'm being genuine. I'm not trying to talk slick. I'm not trying to sound like an a-hole. My only worry is that she's a novice. We have game tap of Sadie and Indy. I'm not worried about it. Marvel has never had a problem with acting on any level, in my opinion. Yes, a mega level in the building. Right on. And before I inevitably put my foot in my mouth during this conversation, and so I don't put on airs, this is coming from a pale white dude. So obviously I defer to the black community on this. Right on. You mean you ain't saying nothing out of pocket. So I assumed you were black, but hey, whatever. Okay. Some of these comments I'm not going to bring up. I like the casting. Looks perfect in my opinion. Right on. Let's got something happy over here. Hold on. There. I am ready to hear a good storm monologue from her too. Right on. I'm more concerned with all of it. I can be concerned with it all. But guys, that's all I have for you today. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. I was actually supposed to do this yesterday, but I was not able to at the last minute. But I did want to come to you guys again today, or at least this week, since I didn't go last week. please make sure, if this is your first time here, that you subscribe to the channel. Also, subscribe to my reaction channel as well, just my opinion reactions. And since we're talking superhero comic book stuff again, go check out my recap reaction reviews for Lanterns, which I did with Lamont. This was a pretty entertaining show that I think you guys will enjoy if you have not already. All right, and so what do I have coming up? I have some things coming up, but I don't want to tell you. I want to do them first before I tell you. I don't want to jinx myself. So the next few videos is going to be, I'm going to try to do the Lanterns tomorrow. They only gave me the first episode, even though they gave other people other episodes, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Thank you for the first episode, HBO. I do appreciate that, Warner Brothers. Lanterns tomorrow. Then next week we got Reacher season 4, episode 5. And then is there any movies coming out? No. It's not no good movies for a while. I gotta check out the trailer for The Pit, season 3, because that's good. I'm caught up on that. But so the 28th, Coyote versus Acme and Dog Stars. I heard great things about Coyote versus Acme. I'm not that interested. The Dog Stars I'm interested in. I may skip it though and concentrate on some other stuff. I most likely am gonna skip it, even though I want to see it. I do want to see the Legend of the White Dragon. I may ask for some screeners to see if that's available for that. And yeah, ain't nothing by any means. And I think I have a screening for Onslaught. I think I do. And they are not screening by any means. It's funny. Well, no, I want to say something, but you know, no, I'm going to say I was offered a roundtable interview for By Any Means, but I'm not going to be able to see the movie. So it's like, how can I do an interview if I haven't seen it? So I do want to see Onslaught. I have a screener for that, or a screener to go to. So that may be the next movie. Damn, that ain't nothing coming out. Okay, I'm going to see Resident Evil. So I'm going to see Primetime. Is that, yeah, I think, yeah. I'm looking forward to By Any Means. Hopefully it doesn't get, yeah. So By Any Means, Primetime, Resident Evil. I had a chance to see The Uprising on Thursday, but I skipped it. Yeah. Oh, I do want to see Hope. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. So, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm Bavery. That's just my pen. Peace. And I'll see you next time.